right, let's dive right into our main theme for today. You know, without water, there's no life, yet water has the power to destroy as well as to create. The sacrament of baptism is, of course, mostly related to certain Christian streams, but water has a central place in the practices and beliefs of many other religions. Take a look at Maya Margit's report.
It's a rite of passage, and some believe it's necessary for salvation. Each religion follows its own form of ritual bathing. In Christianity, many baptize newborns in a special ceremony. A priest or minister pours or sprinkles holy water on a baby's head. But baptism is also something many Orthodox Christians undergo yearly during Epiphany. It's an icy bath for those willing to take the plunge. Celebrated in January, Epiphany marks the baptism of both Jesus Christ and John the Baptist in the Jordan River. In art, the baptism of Christ has been depicted again and again over the centuries. For observant Jews, ritual bathing happens more than once a year. Jewish men and women immerse themselves entirely naked in the bath, also known as a mikveh, for many different reasons, including but not limited to conversion, childbirth, and following sexual activity. Because it's a private ritual, the mikveh has rarely been depicted in art, though some artists have romanticized it, like Rembrandt in this famous painting of Bathsheba at her bath. In Hinduism, the holy dip takes place annually. Hundreds of thousands of pilgrims travel to the river Ganges each year. Hindus consider the river sacred and flock to it to celebrate a holy festival marking the day the goddess Ganga descended to the earth. In art, the Hindu goddess is usually represented as a beautiful woman wearing white, sitting atop a crocodile. Hindus believe that they have to bathe in the river at least once during their lifetime. From personal rituals to public ceremonies, ritual bathing is something billions dive into each year.
And we're lucky because with us in the studio now is Maya Margit, I-24 News Culture correspondent. Maya, you know, this ritual that we tend to relate to early Christianity, in fact, goes back to even more ancient times, right?
That's correct. And before I answer that question, I just want to mention that some Protestant denominations actually don't believe in infant baptism. They believe that it should be done at a later age and by full immersion. I just wanted to clarify that.
So let's go back to more ancient times. Where do we see this ritual?
Ancient Babylonians believed that water was for spiritual cleansing, for purification. In Egypt, newborn children were bathed in ritual waters from the Nile, which they also believed would purify these infants from blemishes that they had in the womb.
So can you maybe point out the differences between, you know, different religions, different streams of Christianity when it comes to the baptism ritual?
Sure. It's actually quite complicated because every denomination has its own way of doing things. There's different ways, first of all, of doing baptism. There's sprinkling, which is pouring some water over the head. And then there's immersion, where the person goes completely underwater for a few seconds at least, and this is to get rid of original sin. In Judaism, some religious Orthodox Jews go each week to purify themselves before the Sabbath comes in. Women go before and after childbirth, to the mikveh before and after childbirth. You have people who are converting to Judaism who also go into the mikveh, and millions of Hindus actually go to the Kumbh Mela festival, as I mentioned, to bathe in the Ganges.
But if I'm not wrong, when you're talking about the mikveh, any source of water can be a mikveh, right? It doesn't need a specific location.
It depends on the kind of impurification you're trying to cleanse. Some impurifications have to be cleansed only with spring water or with well water.
Interesting, Maya Margit. Thank you so much for this information. And now we're taking a short break, but don't go too far away because right after it, we'll take you on a tour to the beautiful village of En Karim, right nearby Jerusalem.